For nearly 4 years, the heart of Washington, D.C. was gripped by a chilling and unresolved mystery. The city's iconic monuments and bustling streets seemed to carry a shadow, a lingering sense of unease that refused to fade. The question on everyone's mind was simple, yet terrifying. Who planted pipe bombs outside both the Republican and Democratic headquarters on the eve of January 6th, a day already destined for the history books? This brazen act wasn't just a crime, it was a direct assault on the very foundation of American democracy. As months turned into years, without answers, the case became a symbol of investigative frustration and public anxiety, a wound that refused to heal. But now, after countless dead ends and mounting public pressure, there's finally been a breakthrough that has reignited hope across the nation. The FBI, now operating under new leadership and a renewed sense of urgency, has arrested a suspect, Brian Cole Jr. of Woodbridge, Virginia. This moment marks the end of years of frustration and the beginning of long-awaited answers. But this is about more than just closing a high-profile case. It's about restoring faith in the justice system and proving to the American people that no one, regardless of their motives or connections, is above the law. The news of the arrest sent shockwaves through political and legal circles. Lawmakers, attorneys, and journalists alike scrambled to understand the implications, recognizing this as a pivotal moment in the ongoing struggle to uphold justice. It's a powerful reminder that even the coldest cases can be cracked, given enough determination, fresh perspectives, and the relentless pursuit of truth by those sworn to protect it. The arrest marks a significant turning point, but it also raises difficult questions. Why did it take so long to reach this moment? What new evidence or strategies finally led to the breakthrough? And what does this mean for future investigations? As we unpack this dramatic turnaround, it's clear that accountability is at stake, not just for the suspect, but for the very institutions charged with safeguarding our democracy. The lessons learned here will echo far beyond this single case. The American people deserve the full story, one that explains not only how justice was finally served, but also how trust in our system can be rebuilt, one hard-fought victory at a time. On the evening of January 5, 2021, as the city of Washington, D.C. braced for a historic week, political tensions simmered just beneath the surface. In the shadows, a lone figure moved with chilling purpose, planting 2 real pipe bombs, one outside the Republican National Committee headquarters, and another at the Democratic National Committee. The act was deliberate, calculated, and timed to coincide with a moment of national uncertainty. The next day, as the nation's attention turned to the Capitol, the discovery of these devices triggered a massive law enforcement response. Police, FBI, and bomb squads raced to the scenes, diverting critical resources just as chaos erupted at the Capitol building. The threat was real, and the timing could not have been more dangerous. Had the bombs detonated, the consequences would have been catastrophic, potentially causing mass casualties, destruction, and even greater panic in a city already on edge. The devices were not hoaxes, they were fully functional, designed to maim and kill. The bomber, captured only by grainy surveillance cameras, wore a gray hoodie, a mask, gloves, and distinctive Nike sneakers. Despite the footage, the suspect's identity remained a mystery, their face obscured and their movements careful and methodical. Despite a $500,000 reward, countless tips, and urgent public pleas from law enforcement, the suspect seemed to vanish without a trace. The investigation became one of the most high-profile unsolved cases in recent memory, leaving behind a chilling mystery that continues to haunt investigators. For years, the image of the hooded figure haunted the nation, a stark reminder of the dangers lurking beneath our political divisions. News coverage replayed the footage, and anxious citizens wondered how someone could come so close to unleashing disaster in the heart of American democracy. The bombs targeted both major parties, suggesting not just anger at one side, but a deep rage against the entire political system. The act was a warning, an attack on the very institutions that hold the country together. Miraculously, tragedy was averted. The bombs were found and defused before they could explode, sparing countless lives. But the failure to catch the perpetrator left a deep wound, a sense of unease that lingers to this day. The investigation's stagnation became a symbol of vulnerability at the heart of American democracy, a sobering reminder that even the most secure institutions can be threatened by those determined to sow fear and chaos. The FBI called it one of its most intensive investigations, releasing images to the public and holding press conferences in hopes of generating leads. The agency mobilized hundreds of agents, analysts, and technical experts, determined to track down the perpetrator behind the shocking attack. They offered substantial rewards for information, plastering wanted posters across the country, but despite these efforts, the case quickly went cold. The initial flurry of activity faded as weeks turned into months. Despite thousands of tips pouring in from concerned citizens, no real leads emerged. Each promising clue seemed to dissolve under scrutiny, and the suspect remained a ghost, untraceable, unidentifiable, and always one step ahead. The lack of progress drew mounting criticism from the public and the media. How could someone caught on camera in a city blanketed with surveillance simply vanish without a trace? The question haunted investigators and citizens alike. The case, which should have been a top priority for federal law enforcement, began to seem neglected. As months passed with no answers, public trust in the FBI's ability to solve high-profile crimes eroded. New FBI Director Kash Patel later called the investigation a result of incompetence or negligence, a harsh assessment that echoed the frustration felt by many Americans. Key evidence, including crucial digital data and surveillance footage, was never fully analyzed. Forensic teams struggled with backlogs, and some leads were left unexplored. The investigation became a loop of re-released photos and empty hopes, with the same images broadcast again and again, but no new information ever surfacing. This failure sent a dangerous message to the nation. A bomber could strike at the very heart of the Capitol and simply get away with it, undetected and unpunished. The mystery fueled endless speculation and deepened divisions, symbolizing a justice system that seemed unable to fulfill its most basic duty, protecting the public and delivering accountability. The case didn't just stall, it became a national embarrassment, a stark reminder of the limits of even the most powerful investigative agencies when faced with a determined and elusive adversary. Everything changed when Kash Patel became FBI director. He immediately ordered a review of major cold cases, putting the pipe bomb investigation at the top. Patel and Deputy Director Dan Bongino were shocked by the lack of progress. They assembled a new team, re-examining every piece of evidence from scratch. Patel's approach was hands-on and relentless. He demanded answers and accountability. The culture shifted from passive waiting to proactive pursuit. Agents were empowered to challenge old methods and use every tool available. The case became the Bureau's top priority, with all resources dedicated to solving it. Under Patel, a new era of relentless pursuit began. The new team started from zero, dissecting surveillance footage for overlooked clues, background details, reflections, movements. Bomb components were reanalyzed with advanced forensics, searching for unique signatures. The digital investigation was overhauled, rebuilding the timeline of every device active near the RNC and DNC that night. Cell phone, Wi-Fi, and GPS data were all re-examined. The team rejected the old hope for a single, smoking gun, instead aggregating multiple data points. This thorough, tech-driven approach ensured nothing was missed. The convergence of digital and physical evidence became the foundation for the breakthrough. It was this commitment to basics and innovation that led them to the suspect. The original investigation's biggest failure was mishandling cell phone geolocation data. Patel's team asked, why weren't all digital breadcrumbs followed? They obtained geofence warrants, mapping every device near the bomb sites during the critical hours. By cross-referencing device movements with surveillance footage, they narrowed the list. They searched for a device that mirrored the suspect's path, a digital ghost matching the physical one. This time, the data was fully scrubbed and connected. The team isolated a handful of devices matching the bomber's movements. From there, they linked one device to a name, Brian Cole Jr. The digital trail finally led to a suspect. The digital trail was crucial, but a physical clue sealed the case: the bomber's rare Nike Air Max Speed Turf sneakers. The new team cross-referenced geolocation data with social media, public records, and retail purchases. They searched for someone present at both sites who matched the physical profile and owned those sneakers. The evidence converged on Brian Cole Jr. He matched the description and had purchased the exact shoes. The combination of digital tracking and old-fashioned detective work cracked the case. The sneakers alone weren't enough. The data alone wasn't enough. Together, they formed an undeniable chain of evidence. The clues had always been there. It took a new strategy to connect them. The puzzle was finally solved. After Cole's arrest, Attorney General Pam Bondi publicly condemned the previous administration's inaction. She credited Director Patel and Deputy Bongino for making the case a top priority and reviving the investigation. The renewed effort was disciplined and secretive, preventing leaks and catching the suspect off guard. Bondi confirmed both bombs were real and functional. Only luck prevented mass casualties. Cole now faces federal charges for using an explosive device, with more charges possible as the investigation continues. The arrest is just the beginning. Prosecution and justice are now the focus. Bondi's message was clear: under new leadership, critical cases won't be left to collect dust. Accountability is back at the forefront. The arrest of Brian Cole Jr. is a victory for law enforcement and a step toward restoring public trust. For years it seemed a bomber could attack the heart of our democracy and escape justice. This breakthrough proves that with the right leadership and relentless investigation, no case is unsolvable. The evidence, geolocation, sneaker records, and more will now be tested in court. The public will finally learn more about the suspect and his motives. The case's resolution demands a review of past failures and a commitment to never repeat them. It's a lesson in the power of leadership, technology, and basic police work. The revitalized investigation has begun to rebuild faith in our institutions. Justice is being served, and the rule of law prevails.